wonderful to see you. We're going to celebrate Shabbat this evening, beginning on page 10, Yedid Nefesh.
Page 11.
Shanakut bedor, va'umaram tohe levavhem, vehem hildu derachai, asher nishpati ve'api, im yevon el menuchati. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, bazru meyom leyom yeshuato.
Sapru b'goyim kavodo v'chol ha'amim niflotav.
We continue together, page 14, Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu
Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam.
Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Melo. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Melo.
Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu
Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam.
Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Melo.
Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam,
Let us turn to page 18, Zamru Adonai, third line from the top, second line in the phonetics.
Zamru Adonai, Bechinor, Bechinor, Bekol Zimra, Bechatzotzot, Bekol Shofar, Ariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai, Zamru Adonai, Bechinor, Bechinor, Bekol Zimra, Bechatzotzot, Bekol Shofar, Ariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai, Hiram hayam lo, Tevel veyoshvei ba, Neharot yimcharochav yachad hariranenu, Lifnei Adonai ki ba, Nishmot haaretz, Nishmot tevel betzedek, Ve'yamim b'nei sharim, Hiram hayam lo, Tevel veyoshvei ba, Neharot yimcharochav yachad hariranenu.
Page 20, Romimu.
Nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, nai, yai, nai, 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 yai, nai, 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 Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavo lehar kodsho. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavo lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romenu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romenu. Romenu
Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavo lehar kodsho.
Romenu
Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavo lehar kodsho.
kadosh
Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
kadosh
Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
kadosh
Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Let us please rise, page 21, Mizmor LeDavid.
Adonai,
continue, page 22, Ana Bekoach.
Accept the prayers of your people. You who are revered, raise us up, cleanse us. Bless them, cleanse them, have compassion on them. Always act justly toward them. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. Ana Bekoach.
Bekoach, Bekoach, Gedulat Yemincha, Yemincha, Tatet Zerura, Kaverinata, Sabenu, Sabenu Nora. Ana Bekoach, Bekoach, Gedulat Yemincha, Yemincha, Tatet Zerura, Kaverinata, Sabenu, Sabenu Nora. Ana Bekoach, Gedulat Yemincha, Tatet Zerura, Tatet Zerura, Kaverinata Mecha, Rinata Mecha, Sabenu, Tarenu Nora. Nagibor Doshe Yehuda, Yevavar Shomer, Bartem Zaharem, Rachamem Zikatecha Tamid Golem. Ana Bekoach, Gedulat Yemincha, Tatet Zerura, Tatet Zerura, Kaverinata Mecha, Rinata Mecha, Sabenu, Tarenu Nora. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai.
Lechadodi, page 23.
Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, Shamor b'tzachor b'dibrecha nishmi'anu Elam yechad Adonai echad U'shemo echad Shem tiforet B'elichida Lechadodi Likrakala B'nei Shabbat Lekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki nekor Aberacha merosh mikedem Mesucha sof ma'aseh B'machshavat hila Lechadodi Likrakala B'nei Shabbat Lekabela Mikdash melech עיר מלוכה ומצעייה מתוך אביך הרב לך שבט בעמק אביך ורוח חמור עלי גמלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת אקבלה. הנערי מעפר ומלבשי בגדיה, תפארתך מעלייה בן ישי, ועליו מתערבה נפשי, נפשי קהלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שידברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נקבע. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תקמי בככסו. אני עמי ונבנתה הראתי לה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו לשמצה שעושייך ורחקו כל נבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, עם שפות חתן, חתן הכלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי בעת אדוני, תריצי על יד איש, בין פרצי וניס אחד ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה, ובצלול התוכן ובני עם סגולה. בואי בעלה
שבת מלכתה.
לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. Page 27, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
טוב להודות
29.
Adonai ozit azar, avtikon tevel batimot, avtikon tevel batimot, yavon kisefam re'az, le'olam ata, naseu neharot Adonai, naseu neharot olam.
Page 39, we heed the call to worship the Baruch Hu.
Nai nai na 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 nai 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 na 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 nai nai ya da dai 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 ya da dai ya da da dai nai nai na 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 nai 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 na 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 nai nai ya da dai 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 ya da dai 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed Yadadai Nai nai na 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 nai 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 na 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 nai Yadadai nai 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 Yadadai Yadadai Nai nai na 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 nai nai na 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 nai Yadadai nai 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 Yadadai nai Yadadai Umavir yom umevivat laila Umavdil ben yom uvein laila Adonai Tzevaot Shemo Adonai Tzevaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Vaed Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'mariv Ha'ravim.
Ahavat Olam, page 40.
Ahavat Olam Bein Yisrael Ahavah Torah u'mitzvot u'kiyum mishpatim otanu limadeta Al pen Adonai Eloheinu v'shavenu u'kumeinu Nasiyat bechu ואהבתך אל תסר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך ביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
אם שמות תשמעו על מזותי אשר אני מצווה אתכם היום לעברתם. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען ירבו ימיכם ולמיכם. ויאמר משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת על מזוזות. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We turn to page 44. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi kamocha.
Nai 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 Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Ve'amidenu Malkeinu Lechaim.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Ve'amidenu Malkeinu Lechaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Ve'amidenu Malkeinu Lechaim.
What are you laughing at? Just want to know.
Not all the time. I mean, it can't be perfect
I-
all the time.
At least I try.
And that's all that matters.
My timing is not that great. Let us please rise for Veshamru, page 46.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורות דורות עולם. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורות דורות עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות דורות עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות דורות עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות דורות עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות דורות עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דיברה קידושי ועמלק מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן הקריב יאמרו אמן. ישמר רבה מברך לעולם ולעולם מעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינסה ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שם מלך קדושה בריחו לילה לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה בנחמתה דמירם בעלמא ויאמרו
Amen.
na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiktai.
47.
Na 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 Ufi Yagi.
Top of the page.
Ufi Yagi Tekilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiktai. Na 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 Ufi Yagi.
Amidah for Friday night begins on page 47. This is a silent prayer.
If you finish praying the Amidah, please be seated. We're going to continue on page 51 with Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav,
Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha Tasim
Leolam.
Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים Kasim leolam, Kasim leolam. B'sefer hayim beracha v'shalom, u'fanas tova. Nizarev v'nigatem lefanecha. Anagnu v'kol amecha ben Yisrael. L'chaim tovim, l'chaim tovim, u'l'shalom.
We'll say shalom, page 52.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen.
Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
Yitkanal v'gedashem me'raba be'alma divra kirutevim lik malchute b'chayech choni v'mech choni b'chay d'chol beit Yisrael b'agala uvizman kari v'miru amen. Yehesh me'raba mevarach le'alam ulal me'almaya Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitbarmam v'naseh v'yithadar v'yidalem v'yitalal shemeri hudusha v'riku le'ein la mikol b'rakata v'shirata tush b'rakata v'nechamata da'amim ran me'alma v'imru amen. Titka ba'atzlot tehonu va'utehonu kol Yisrael kodama v'honu v'shemaya v'imru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chayim alini v'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It should be obvious to everyone who has heard a couple sermons of mine that I'm a little bit of a geek, whether it's comic books, science fiction, fantasy movies. You know I'm all about them, and you've probably had to suffer through a handful of sermons and maybe some notes about the Lord of the Rings. And tonight is no exception, because we are coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the release of the film called The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Don't worry, it's not a film review. I want to tell you a story. To understand why this movie was important to me, we have to rewind to the year 2012 and see what was going on in my life back then. 10 years ago, I was not a rabbi yet. I wasn't even in rabbinical school yet. I was actually a high school English teacher, and I was teaching in the middle of nowhere, Texas. I was commuting about an hour to and about an hour from school every day. Now, ironically, right now in 2022, we're in a teacher shortage. That was not the case in 2012. The great state of Texas fired more teachers than they had hired that year, and it was impossible for me to get a job right out of college in Austin, where I lived. Thus, the long commute to and fro every day. Now, I had studied to be a high school English teacher, but I had only ever trained in like an upper class high school in Austin. And now my first gig, I was in a very, very poor school in the Texas countryside. And I quickly found out that I was much more interested in teaching the kids about Judaism than I was about teaching them Shakespeare. So a year later, I applied for rabbinical school. But 2012, notably, I was kind of miserable in this profession. I had few things to look forward to, but there was the new Hobbit film series coming out, which was a great respite to my otherwise tumultuous role as a classroom teacher. Keep in mind that 10 years before that, when I was in high school, there was the Lord of the Rings film series, so I was hoping that this movie would give me some sort of nostalgia, that it would give me something to look forward to get me through the fall semester as a teacher. I should also note that in 2012, I didn't have any kids, so I had the energy to do things like book 2 tickets for the midnight premiere for me and my wife at a movie theater in Austin called the Alamo Draft House, which was a theater/restaurant chain that was offering a full menu that night, specifically centered around the Hobbit movie. Yes, this was a nerd feast. Dear friends, needless to say, I was counting down the days of this movie premiere. So fast forward to the night of the premiere. It's 11 p.m. I'm upstairs getting ready to go to the movie with my wife, and I'm doing my hair, getting so ready. I'm dreaming of elves, dwarves, hairy hobbit feet. I'll see it in just 1 hour. I've waited so long, but I hear my wife's phone ring downstairs. Ring, ring, ring. I hear her answer it. Hello? But I'm not paying much attention because in my mind I'm already there in the movie theater watching The Rings of Middle-earth. But I hear this conversation downstairs. It continues, and then I start to hear crying. This is not good. I take a pause from combing my hair, and I hear my wife say, "Okay, yes, I love you too. We'll talk soon." And I go downstairs, and my wife is standing there, very upset, crying a lot. And I ask her what's wrong, and she told me that her dad just called her and told her that her grandfather, who was 93, had just died. The funeral will be next week, yada, yada, yada. So I hug her. We're standing there, and she's crying. And I'm like, honey, that's so awful. That's really bad. So, that's just awful. It's getting kind of late. All I really wanted to ask, but I couldn't. Does this mean we're not going to the Hobbit tonight? I know this makes me sound like a jerk, but come on. It's the one thing I had to look forward to, so I'll leave you with this question. You can vote in your mind. Did I end up going to the premiere of The Hobbit that night or not? We'll discuss later in the sermon. Let's take a pause in our story to talk about the Parsha for the week, Parshat Vayelech. While there's no movie premiere in our Parsha, there is an anticipation of death. Moses begins this Parsha by telling us that he is 120 years old and that he knows he's going to die soon. And he's already chosen a successor, Joshua, who has been his sidekick, will lead the people into the promised land. Now, the Israelites know the enemy is strong, and they know that they will have to participate in many battles to take the land from their adversaries. But Moses has advice for the people. Quote, "Be strong and courageous. The Lord God is with you." This phrase is uttered many times in the Parsha. Be strong and courageous. God is with you. Before the Parsha is finished, Moses will have written a song that will serve as a witness for God against the people. And then very soon afterwards in our Torah, Moses does die and does not get to enter the promised land. Now, I've been thinking about the context and the themes of this Parsha, most of which revolves around the notion of fear. Moses is afraid of his death. Joshua is afraid of his leadership capability. God is afraid that the people will not obey him, and the people themselves are afraid of all of the above. But mostly, they are afraid that God will smite them if they don't obey. Even though they're told over and over in the Parsha not to be afraid, it's obvious that everyone is terrified. You don't tell somebody not to be afraid in a normal, everyday situation. If you're at the park on a beautiful sunny afternoon and you're eating ice cream with loved ones, you don't randomly tell them, "Don't be afraid." Likewise, you don't tell somebody, "God is with you," when it's obvious that that's how they feel already. When you were praying your Amidah just a couple moments ago, I didn't come down off the bima and tap you on the shoulder and say, "God is with you," because it's obvious that you were connecting with God then. So in our Parsha, the reason we hear Moses say over and over, "Don't be afraid, God is with you," is because the people are obviously scared and they think that God will abandon them. So let's go back to my living room on the night of the Hobbit premiere. Did I go to the movie? Well, I think because I'm standing here, you know that I did not go. Had I gone, she probably would have killed me. I don't know who enjoyed my excellent seats, and guys, just between me and you, they were great seats. I don't know who took my seats at this specially prepared Hobbit feast, but me and my wife were not present there. So the big question is, why didn't I go? Well, I think it has to do something similar to the themes of our Parsha. That idea, don't be afraid, God is with you. Now, obviously, I am not advocating that I am God. Please don't think I'm saying that, but I can tell you that my grandmama of blessed memory used to say something that's always stuck with me. She used to say, "Jonathan, you might be the only Bible that anybody ever bothers to read, or you might be the only version of God that anybody ever bothers to interact with." What does that mean? That means that it's up to us to represent God and Torah in the world. While God might not have literally sat with my wife that evening that her grandfather died, it was up to me to represent God in that moment and be there for her. Judaism upholds the tradition of comforting the mourners for this very reason. I want to give you a quote from the Talmud. This is Sota 14a. Quote, "Is it actually possible to follow God's holy presence? Yes, just as God visited Isaac after the passing of his father Abraham, so should you too comfort the mourner." Dear friends, as we approach Yom Kippur next week, we attempt to become more like God. For one day, we're supposed to refrain from eating, drinking, relations, and other bodily things that we enjoy in an attempt to become less human and more like the divine. But I also want to advocate that we attempt to see how to be a godly presence in other people's lives, whether that's by doing a mitzvah for them or merely just being there for them. By behaving like God, we are able to get closer to God. In conclusion, back in 2012, I didn't see the movie that night, but I was able to see it about a week later. And honestly, it wasn't that great of a movie, but being there for the woman I loved was really great. And it's something that she'll always remember. I pray that we'll all be together for each other next Tuesday night and Wednesday. I promise us that an unexpected journey awaits. Shabbat Shalom.
So all of those kids that you taught were Mexicans, right?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, it's preparation to work with me. That's why God put you there.
An unexpected journey.
There you go. If not, you will be completely lost. Let us please rise. Page 73, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hashavim, Malchei Elyon. B'melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malchei Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Elyon. B'melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Maruni Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Elyon. B'melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidkem Shalom, Malchei Shalom, Malchei Elyon. B'melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Let us remain standing for Kiddush, page 55. We'd like to ask all the children that are with us this evening to please come to the bima for Kiddush at this time. Come on. There we go.
Come on up, guys.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei porei hagafei.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu zikaron le'maseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lamikrahei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki banu b'chata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon Hinkatanu Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
We remain standing for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'atei gedula le'yotzer boreshit shelo asanu kriei haratzot ve'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama shelo samchalkenu kachem ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim Lifnei melech malechei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kakatsu b'toratecha, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, echad.
Please be seated. We continue with a special song for the season of repentance, page 59.
Leda David Adonai Orei.
Leda Adonai b'shimenu. אחת שאלתי מת אדוני אותה בקש אל תסתר פניך ממני אקרב באף עבדיך זרעתי היית אל תתנני בנפש אדוני
לולי מנתי לראות בטוב אדוני בארץ חיים, קווה אל אדוני חזק ובקציבך וקווה אל אדוני.
The following is a list of yortzites at Temple Beth Sholom for this coming week. Warren Barrip, Rita Bliss, Adeline Block, Dolly Brenner, Maurice Cohen, Estelle DeVore, Charles Diamond, Charlotte Dubinsky, Celia Epstein, Bessie Edna Feldman, Nathan Frank, Pina Goodman, Sylvia Gordon, Betty Jaffa, Miriam Kalmar, David Katz, Rosa Katz, Irving Kleggerman, Irving Klein, Meyer Kramer, Andrew LePage, Dorothy Levitt, Barney Leaker, Lillian Lugash, Judy Mack, Ruth Matalon, William Mendelssohn, Esther Mitzmacher, Betty Rosenberg, Benjamin Rosenstein, Carl Schneier, Bernard Schneider, Julius Schaefer, Henry Michael Silverberg, Hyman Stoller, Sarah Turkin, Maurice Weinberg, Flores Weinberg, and Rudy Wise. Mourners and those serving yortzeit, please rise for the mourners Kaddish, page 58. Itgadal v'itgadash shemei rabah, be'alma dibrach hirutei ve'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol bet Israel, b'agala u'b'zman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabah mevarach l'olam olmei almaya, itbarach v'ishtabach v'itpa'ar v'itruman v'itnasei, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה ואמירם בעולמה ואמרו אמן יהא שלם הרב אמין שמיה בחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated. I'd like to call upon Bill Mason, President of our congregation, for the announcements.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Goodman. Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi Hodson, DJ Sonia, thank you very much for tonight. Announcements for this week are, please join us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for Shabbat morning services. Morning Minyan is on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Monday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Kol Nidre service this week will be Tuesday evening beginning at 6 o'clock. And Yom Kippur services will be Wednesday at 9 a.m. Tickets are on sale for the 613 a cappella concert on December 4th. This event is standing in place of the temple's traditional gala. There will be a cocktail hour and silent auction beforehand, leading into the concert. The Project Isaiah food drive is currently ongoing to benefit the Las Vegas JFSA Food Bank, and will continue through Sukkot. Please bring your bags of non-perishable items to the security or the front office. Drop them off here in the lobby, and we'll coordinate getting them over to JFSA. I'm sure DJ will give us more information on that later on. On Sunday, Kever Dorat at Woodlawn Cemetery, sponsored by King David, will begin at 9 a.m. Tachlit will be at the Lake North Pond on Sunday between 11 and noon. You are welcome to bring dairy or parv to the picnic. Next Friday at 6:30 p.m. will be the monthly USY and Kadima Shabbat dinner for all of its members. Women's League will have pizza in the hut on Wednesday October 12th at 6 p.m. for its members, and the TBS Men's Club will be holding their annual Scotch and Steak in the Sukkah on Thursday, October 13th at 6 p.m. Flippin' Out Extreme Indoor Trampoline Park is the next outing for all Kadima members in 4th through 6th grades for a small fee on Sunday, October 16th at 1 p.m. You will receive an entry to the trampoline park, grip socks, very important, grip socks, pizza, and soda. Please get in touch with DJ and RSVP by Wednesday, October 13th for the event. Following services tonight, please join us in the small social hall for our Oneg Shabbat. If you know of a temple member who is in the hospital, ill at home, or in a nursing home, please contact the temple office and let us know. If you are new to Temple Beth Sholom or just visiting here tonight, please stop by or please let me know. I'd like to introduce Temple Beth Sholom to you and let you know the benefits of our congregation. Again, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you.
Just a reminder, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. at Kever Avot at Woodlawn. Both DJ and myself will be there. If you have loved ones at Woodlawn, please join us for that. It's an important thing. And after that, Tashlich.
Tashlich, 11 a.m. It's just about a 5-minute drive from the shul. You should have gotten the address. Come feed the fish. Here's some shofar. Bring a picnic if you like. Great
Give
way
your sins to the fish.
Give your sins to the fish. If Jonah can do it, so can you.
Absolutely. Okay, we conclude our service on page 211 with Adon Olam, followed by our special blessing.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nira, Be'et Nasa, Be'et Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nira, Be'acharei Gilot Hakol, Levado Yimloch Nora, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh,
Blessing of light, of love. Steve, come on, to the people in front of you. They'll be happy to have you over. Let us celebrate together this beautiful beginning of this new year. May we all be inscribed in the book of life. Gmar Tov, Gmar Chatima Tova. כן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום, שבת שלום מבורך, גמר חתימה טובה.
Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shalom shalom, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu, Odebo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.